All right, so anyone listening is obviously into whiskey, and today we're diving deep into something pretty special.
Yeah.
Jack Daniel's new Bonded Rye Whiskey.
Oh.
We found this cool blog post from Whisky.dk, and they're a Danish whiskey retailer.
Okay.
Which I think is really interesting. It
Yeah.
shows how much people all over the world,
Right.
really love their whiskey.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's a global thing now.
Definitely a global thing.
Yeah.
So this isn't just any rye
Right.
from Jack Daniel's.
No, it's not just any rye.
This is their first rye to get
The very first rye to get
bottled in bond designation.
that bottled in bond designation.
Meaning it has to live up to the standards
Right.
of the Bottled in Bond Act of 1897.
Whoa, 1897.
Right.
That's going way back.
1897.
Way back.
That's wild.
Yeah, so back then, whiskey production
Yeah.
wasn't always,
Oh, yeah, I can imagine.
wasn't regulated, so you couldn't always be sure
Right.
of what you were getting.
Like what was even in it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah,
So this act was created to kind of guarantee that quality and consistency.
I see.
It's like a way of saying,
Yeah.
hey, this whiskey
Yeah.
is the real deal.
So it's like a historical seal of approval.
It is a historical seal of approval.
Good to know.
Yeah.
So bottled in bond good?
Bottled in bond. Very good.
Okay, so we know it's good.
It's good.
But what makes this particular rye stand out?
Well, the blog post actually dives into
Okay.
the tasting notes.
Oh, nice.
And they describe the aroma as this blend of dried fruit, caramel, and honey
Oh.
with a touch of tobacco.
But that already sounds pretty complex.
It is. And some reviewers even get hints of flambéed banana and black pepper in there as well.
Wow. So there's a real depth there.
There's real depth to it.
Yeah.
And that complexity carries through to the taste.
Okay. Okay.
Think dark chocolate,
Mm.
coffee roasted nuts.
Okay. I'm with you.
But then it kind of takes this unexpected twist
Uh-huh.
with like jasmine and mint.
Really? Jasmine and mint.
Yeah, adding this like fresh dimension against that warmth of the rye spice.
Wow. Jasmine and mint. I wouldn't have expected that in a whiskey.
It's a surprising combination.
Yeah.
And, it seems to be a bit of a trend with like the newer ryes that we're seeing coming out.
Yeah.
Adding those brighter notes to balance that traditional spice.
So it's like they're taking those classic flavors and giving them a modern twist.
Exactly.
I like that.
It's a modern take on
Yeah.
a classic.
What about the finish?
Well, they describe it as having this lingering warmth
Okay.
with cloves and black pepper. So
Okay.
it definitely leaves a memorable impression.
It sounds amazing.
Yeah.
It really does.
Yeah, it does.
And it makes me even more curious about this bottled in bond designation.
Right.
So we've established it's a mark of quality.
Yeah.
But what are the standards?
Okay, so to get that bottled in bond label, the whiskey has to be produced in a single distillation season
Oh, wow.
by one distiller,
Okay.
aged for at least 4 years in a federally bonded warehouse,
Okay.
and bottled at 100 proof, which is 50% alcohol.
Okay. 100. That sounds pretty intense.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a bit up there.
Is that too harsh to drink on its own?
Not at all.
Okay.
Actually, that higher proof really helps the flavors to stand out.
Oh, I see.
You get a much richer, fuller experience.
Okay.
But it also means it can hold its own in cocktails,
I see.
especially like those classic rye cocktails,
Right.
like a Manhattan or a Sazerac.
Yeah.
So you've got,
So you do have options with this one.
yeah, you got options.
I do like having options.
Yeah, who doesn't?
I mean, like sometimes I want to sip it neat, and sometimes I want to like
Exactly.
mix it up.
Sometimes you want a cocktail.
Yeah.
Sometimes you want to just
Appreciate it.
savor it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of how it's made,
Yeah.
they mention this charcoal mellowing process, right?
Is that a common thing?
Well, charcoal mellowing is actually a real signature move for Jack Daniel's.
Oh.
It's something that really sets them apart.
Okay.
So before they age the whiskey,
Yeah.
they slowly filter it
Okay.
through sugar maple charcoal.
Wow.
And that's what gives Jack Daniel's whiskeys,
Okay.
whether it's their bourbon or this rye,
Right.
their characteristic smoothness.
So this is something specific to Jack Daniel's?
Yeah, this is...
It's not just marketing hype.
No.
It's an actual technique that affects the flavor.
It's a real technique that's
Yeah.
part of their process.
Okay, so that charcoal mellowing.
The charcoal mellowing,
A big deal.
it's a big deal.
Okay.
It really makes a difference.
Now, the blog post also mentions something that I find kind of interesting.
Okay.
It points out that the Jack Daniel's distillery
Right.
is actually located in a dry county in Tennessee.
That's right. In Lynchburg, Tennessee.
Wait, a dry county?
A dry county.
Meaning you can't buy alcohol there.
That's right.
That's pretty ironic considering they make world-famous whiskey.
It's a bit of a paradox, isn't it?
Right there.
This iconic whiskey comes from a place where you can't even legally purchase it.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny.
It's a fun little tidbit that
Yeah.
adds to their story,
Definitely.
don't I think?
It's a good story.
Yeah.
It is.
So they talk about the grain bill
Right.
in this blog post,
Yes.
which is essentially the recipe
That's right. It's the recipe for the whiskey.
for the whiskey.
Telling us what types of grains are used and in what proportions.
Right.
And in this case, they're suggesting
Okay.
that this rye may have a higher proportion of rye grain
Okay.
that is typical.
So that's where the rye in rye whiskey comes from.
Exactly.
The type of grain.
All about the grain.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
And a higher proportion of rye would explain why
Right.
it's so bold and spicy.
Exactly. All comes back to that grain bill.
Okay.
It's like the whiskey's DNA.
Now, before we move on to the bigger picture of this whiskey
Uh-huh.
and kind of where it fits in with current trends,
Okay.
I'm curious about something.
Yeah.
The blog mentions that this bottled in bond rye
Yeah.
is considered affordable.
Right.
But when I think of bottled in bond,
Yeah.
I think of high quality
Yeah.
and usually higher prices.
That's a common misconception.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
While some bottled in bond whiskeys can be expensive,
Okay.
the designation itself is really about quality, not price.
I see.
So you can find amazing bottled in bond whiskeys at different price points.
That's good to know.
Yeah,
It means you don't have to break the bank to
exactly.
experience a quality whiskey.
You don't have to.
Which is nice.
And that's what's so great about the world of whiskey.
Right.
There's something for everyone.
Yeah.
You got like
There's
those.
budget-friendly bottles to the
Understand.
really rare and expensive ones.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
There's a whole spectrum. There's always something new to discover.
Exactly.
But coming back to this Jack Daniel's Bonded Rye,
Yeah,
the blog post mentions it being a bridge between tradition and innovation.
that's an interesting point.
I'm intrigued by that.
Yeah.
Can you elaborate on how this rye embodies that?
Well, it's fascinating
Yeah.
because on one hand,
Mm-hmm.
you have Jack Daniel's
Right?
with its long history
Yeah.
and established methods like charcoal mellowing,
All right.
staying true to its roots.
Yeah.
On the other hand, they're venturing into new territory
Right.
with this bottled in bond rye,
Oh.
playing with those bolder flavors
Nice.
and kind of appealing to a modern palate.
So it's like they're respecting the past while also moving forward,
Yeah,
evolving their craft.
exactly.
That's a tricky balance to strike, I imagine.
It is, but it seems like they've managed to create a whiskey
Yeah.
that honors tradition while appealing to those who
Yeah.
are looking for something new and exciting.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It's a good balance.
It is.
Yeah. Yeah, it really does.
Yeah.
It's a thoughtful approach
Yeah.
to crafting a new whiskey
Yeah.
while, holding on to
Yeah.
what makes Jack Daniel's so recognizable.
And this idea of appealing to both traditional and modern tastes,
Right.
that seems pretty relevant
Oh, absolutely.
in the wider world of whiskey right now.
Rye whiskey is having a real moment.
Oh, really?
It is, yeah.
Oh.
For a while, it was kind of overshadowed by bourbon.
Yeah.
But now
I could see that.
there's this growing appreciation for those spicier, bolder notes
Yeah.
that rye brings to the table.
Right, those rye characteristics. So
Yeah.
it's like Jack Daniel's is tapping into that rye trend
Yeah.
while still offering something familiar.
They're kind of riding that wave.
Yeah.
But,
With their signature smoothness.
yeah, bring in their own
Yeah.
style to it.
That's a smart strategy.
A very smart strategy.
Yeah, I think it speaks to how whiskey drinkers are becoming.
More adventurous
I think so too.
and open to trying new things.
Yeah. There's a
Like
lot
there's a
that's
real thirst for exploring different,
definitely a
I
thirst
know.
for exploration.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
yeah, and production methods,
Yeah.
which makes sense. We're
Yeah.
not just looking
Right.
for the same old thing anymore.
No, people want to be surprised.
Yeah, we want to be surprised.
They want to be intrigued.
Intrigued. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
And this bonded rye seems to fit that bill perfectly.
I think it does.
Yeah.
It ticks all those boxes.
It does, and it raises an interesting question
Okay.
about how distilleries like Jack Daniel's,
Mm-hmm.
with their long histories and established traditions,
Right.
can continue to innovate
Yeah. How do they keep tension?
and capture the attention
How do they stay relevant?
of modern drinkers.
Yeah.
It's like walking a tightrope
Yeah, it's a balancing act.
between heritage and evolution.
You don't want to alienate
Right.
your core fans.
Uh-huh.
Right. You want to stay true to your roots,
Right.
but also push boundaries.
But you also got to move forward.
Right.
Yeah.
Speaking of pushing boundaries,
Okay.
I'm thinking back to that 100 proof again.
Uh-huh.
Do you think that higher alcohol content
Right.
might also be part of this trend
I think there's definitely
toward bolder flavors in whiskey.
a growing appreciation for higher proof whiskeys.
Okay.
It's
So it's not just about...
it's not just about getting a stronger drink.
Right. It's about experiencing those nuances.
It's about experiencing those nuances
that a higher proof can bring out.
that you just don't get
Right.
at lower proofs.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, it adds another dimension
Yeah.
to the tasting experience.
So this Jack Daniel's Bonded Rye,
Yeah.
with its 100 proof
Uh-huh.
and the interplay of traditional and unexpected flavors,
Right. It seems to be hitting
seems to
all the right notes.
hitting all the right notes, pun intended.
Perhaps a little bit.
Okay, speaking of hitting the right notes,
Yeah.
remember that charcoal mellowing process we talked about?
The Lincoln County process.
They call it the Lincoln County process in the blog,
That's right.
which sounds pretty official.
It does sound official.
I thought maybe it was just like a fancy name they came up with
Right.
marketing.
It is a distinctive
Yeah,
part of Jack Daniel's identity,
right.
and it does seem to have historical roots
Okay,
in Lincoln County, Tennessee,
okay.
although the exact details are a bit murky.
So there's some mystery surrounding it.
There's a little bit of mystery.
Yeah, which makes it even more intriguing.
Yeah, it adds to the allure.
But regardless of its exact origins,
Right.
what matters is how it impacts the whiskey.
Exactly.
That slow filtration through sugar maple charcoal
Yeah, that's the key.
is what creates that smoothness
That's the magic.
we associate with Jack Daniel's.
Mm.
So it's a key part of what sets them apart
It's a big differentiator.
from other distilleries.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's not just about this bonded rye.
No, this is something they do
It's used for all their whiskeys, right?
for all their whiskeys.
Okay.
Across the board.
So classic old No 7
Yeah.
to this new rye.
All of them.
It's part of their DNA.
Part of their DNA.
And coming back to this idea of heritage and innovation,
Right.
wouldn't you say that using this traditional process
I think it's a perfect example.
in a new rye whiskey is another example
Yeah.
of how they're bridging the gap between the old and the new?
Yeah. They're taking something that's been a part of their history for over 150 years and applying it to this modern expression of rye whiskey.
That's pretty amazing.
It's a nice way of honoring their legacy
Yeah.
while still,
Pushing boundaries.
pushing the boundaries a
Yeah.
little bit.
It seems like they've really found a sweet spot
They have.
with this bonded rye.
I think so.
And before we wrap things up,
Yeah.
I have to circle back to one last detail from the blog.
Okay.
That I just can't get over.
What's that?
The fact that this whiskey is made in a dry county.
Oh, yeah. You got to mention.
It's like a little piece of trivia that you just can't help but share.
It's too good of a story.
And it speaks to how whiskey, even in a world of mass production and globalization, can still retain a sense of place and unique storytelling.
There's a real story behind it.
Yeah, I completely agree. It's a reminder that behind every bottle, there's a story,
Yeah,
a history, a sense of tradition.
for sure.
And with this Jack Daniel's Bonded Rye,
Yeah.
it feels like they've managed to capture all of that.
Yeah, they've captured the essence.
The history, the innovation,
Yeah.
a touch of that Southern charm,
Yeah.
all in one sip.
That's a beautiful way to put it.
You're right.
It makes you want to raise a glass and savor every drop.
But before we all rush out to find a bottle,
Yeah.
I have one last question for you
All right, shoot.
and for our listener.
Okay.
Considering all we've uncovered about this Jack Daniel's Bonded Rye.
Yeah. With its bold flavors, traditional methods, and affordable price point,
Right.
where do you think it fits into the bigger picture of the evolving world of whiskey?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I think it speaks to a growing movement in the whiskey world.
What do you mean?
Well, for a while, it seemed like there were these two distinct camps. The folks who just swore by the classics,
Right.
and then the people who were always chasing
Yeah.
the newest, most innovative releases.
Yeah, so like tradition versus experimentation.
Exactly. Tradition versus experimentation.
Yeah.
But I think this Jack Daniel's Bonded Rye kind of represents
Okay.
a blurring of those lines.
I see.
And it's a whiskey that I think could appeal to both sides.
Because it's rooted in history, but doesn't shy away from bolder flavors.
Precisely. It's like they're saying you can have the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
You get that signature Jack Daniel's smoothness from the charcoal mellowing,
Right.
but you also get that complexity and spice
That's really exciting for
modern drinkers.
yeah, for those who are looking for something a little different.
So maybe it's not about choosing sides anymore.
I don't think so.
Maybe it's about appreciating how tradition and innovation can work together
Yeah.
to create something new.
I think you're absolutely right.
That's really interesting.
And I think this whiskey is a sign of things to come.
Okay.
I think we're going to see more and more distilleries finding ways to bridge that gap.
To kind of appeal to a wider range of...
Yeah, appealing to a wider range of palates.
Yeah.
Without sacrificing their heritage.
Right, because they've built their name on that.
Exactly.
That's a great way to put it.
Yeah.
It's like the whiskey world is evolving.
It is.
And becoming more inclusive in a way.
It's becoming more inclusive, more diverse.
Yeah.
And I think that's fantastic.
I agree. And this Jack Daniel's Bonded Rye is right at the forefront.
It's leading the charge.
Of that evolution.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but I'm definitely intrigued.
Yeah, me too.
I think I know what my next whiskey purchase is going to be.
I have a feeling you're not alone.
And for our listener out there,
if
you're curious about this new release,
definitely check it out.
We encourage you to seek out a bottle and see for yourself what all the fuss is about.
Don't just take our word for it. Go and experience it.
You might just discover your new favorite whiskey.
Exactly.
That's the best part of exploring the world of whiskey.
It is.
There's always something new to discover.
Always something new around the corner.
Something to challenge your perception.
Yeah. You never know what you're going to find.
And something to savor.
Absolutely.
Well said. And on that note, I think we've reached the bottom of our deep dive.
We've reached the bottom of the glass.
Cheers to that.
Cheers. Sorry.